pleasant good afternoon to one and all. Welcome to LawSikho's thorough newspaper analysis for 24th and 25th of November 2023. चले अब आज के सेशन की तरफ चलते हैं जहाँ पे हम ये बात करेंगे एजेंडा में कि why adultery was struck off from IPC and why a house panel wants to make it a crime again. So it's an important judgment coming. It's an important editorial again coming with respect to adultery. And this we'll be discussing from the Indian Express. Then we'll be talking about some interesting news update which includes the national and the international news. और आखिरी में हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट की कुछ लेटेस्ट जजमेंट्स की बात करेंगे जो लीगल न्यूज अपडेट की तरह हम पढ़ेंगे. चलिए. Now, why adultery was struck off from the IPC and why House of Panel wants to make it a crime again. तो देखिए ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट इस पर्टिकुलर एडिटोरियल का है. The Parliamentary Committee of Home Affairs has suggested that adultery should be reinstituted as a crime in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which is the proposed law of Indian Penal Code. ठीक है? Now the committee adopted reports on 3 bills meant to replace IPC, CRPC, and Indian Evidence Act last week. Now, the particular panel was headed by BJP Rajya Sabha member Mr. Brijlal, which examined the bill after they were introduced in Parliament this August and suggested more than 50 changes and flagged several errors in them. So what has happened? The parliamentary committee has adopted various reports. On the basis of the particular report, they have suggested changes, and in the particular changes, they have suggested that adultery should be made again a criminal offense. Okay. Now, first of all, let us understand what is the legal position of adultery now. So in 2018, what happened? The Indian Penal contained Section 497, which has defined adultery as a criminal offense and have attracted an imprisonment of 5 years or a fine with both. However, only men could be punished under Section 497 and not women. So what was the pre-assumption of the law was that this particular law can be done only by men. So we have included the particular paragraph of this section at the left corner. So the section has read it like this, that the men would be liable for the offense. Now what is the current position of this particular act is, this was contrary to both the common understanding and the dictionary definition of adultery, which is simply voluntarily sexual intercourse between a married person, man or woman, and someone other than the person's current spouse or partner. So what happened in Joseph Shine versus Union of India in 2018, a landmark judgment came up with a 5-judges bench of Honorable Supreme Court with Chief Justice of India Deepak Mishra and comprising current CJI D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice A.M. Khanwilkar, Justice R.F. Nariman, and Justice Indu Malhotra unanimously struck down Section 497 of the IPC on grounds that it included the discrimination. So they struck down Section 497. Now, what the particular committee has recommended right now, that they have adopted the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, and a 360-page report has been adopted by the committee and said that adultery should be reinstated as a criminal offense first. Second, it should be made gender neutral, which was before not a gender neutral provision, but now it should be a gender neutral, that it is both for men and women which should be punished. Now, what the committee has recommended, that this section only penalize the married man and reduce the married woman to be a property of her husband. The committee is of view that the institution of marriage is considered sacred in Indian society and there is a need to safeguard this sanity. In essence, the report has argued that Section 497 was struck down on the grounds of discrimination, making it gender neutral would address this deficiency. So what committee is recommending to make it gender neutral, both for men and women. Now, So the discriminatory nature of section 497 is punishing only men for adultery was just one of the grounds on which the court has struck down. The judgment went much farther. So the section 497 was violative of article number 14, 15, 21, which protects the fundamental right of equality, non-discrimination and life respectively. The court underlined the autonomy of women as a facet of human dignity, writing for himself, and Justice Khanwilkar and CJI Justice Mishra declared that the husband is neither master of his wife nor has he have any legal sovereignty over her. Also, adultery does not fit into the concept of crime. We may repeat at the cost of repetition that if it is treated as a crime, there would be immense intrusion into the extreme privacy of the matrimonial pair. It is better to be left as a ground for divorce. So what does the court said when while striking down section 497 was far beyond gender discrimination, and it said that the particular section is violative of article number 14, 19 and 21. So it's a indirect intrusion into the right of privacy, and it has to be left as a ground for divorce and not can be treated as a crime. So what court has said. Now, the judgment also cautioned for any other purposes Parliament has perceived or may at any time perceive to treat it as criminal offence will offend the two facet of Article 21 of the Constitution, namely dignity of husband and wife, as the case may be, and the privacy attached to the relationship. Now, Justice Malhotra, the only woman judge on the bench, observed that Section 497 was replete with anomalies. For instance, an adulterous relationship would not be an offense if the married woman had her husband's consent. So also, a wife could not prosecute her husband or his lover even if they committed this offense. Honorable Justice Chandra, who disagreed with the judgment of his father, former CGI viii Chandrachud 1985 ruling, which was Sommitri Vishnu versus Union of India, which upheld adultery as crime, described 497 as a relic of Victorian morality that proceeds on the notion that the woman is but a chattel, the property of her husband. So there were many instances where Justice Malhotra, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud had their different opinions, and they quoted their opinion in the judgment itself. Now, can Supreme Court decision in the case be undone? So, a ruling of the Supreme Court is the law of land, first of all. And Parliament cannot simply pass a law that contradicts a ruling of the top court. That's for sure. However, it can pass a law that removes the basis of the court judgment, and such a law can be both retrospective and prospective. In Madras Bar Association versus Union of India, Supreme Court bench of Justice N. Nageshwara Rao, Hemant Gupta and S. Ravindra Bhatt stated that the test for determining the validity of a validating legislation is that the judgment pointing out the defect would not have been passed if the altered position as sought to be brought in any by the validating statute existed before the court at the time of rendering its judgment. In other words, the defect pointed out should have been cured such that the basis of the judgment pointing out the defect is removed. Okay, so there was a test which determined the validity of the validating legislation, which was held in Madras Bar Association versus Union of India. Chale, theek hai? So it's a very interesting editorial when it comes to adultery being a criminal offense again, and let's see how it goes further. नेशनल न्यूज की तरफ चलते हैं. खान मार्केट रैंक 22nd मोस्ट एक्सपेंसिव रिटेल मार्केट ग्लोबली. So Delhi Khan market has been ranked as the most expensive retail market and bagged 22nd spot in the global ranking of Main Street market with 3% year-on-year growth. The report showed that the Khan market slipped one position from its 2022 global ranking. In 2022, the ranking was 21st. According to the report, the top 5 most expensive main streets market of India were Han Market, which came on 22nd, Connaught Place, that is 30th, Mumbai Linking Road, 33rd, Gurugram Galleria Market, 31st, and Kolkata Park Street, 37th. Chale. Comptroller and Auditor General Girish Chandra Murmu elected as the Vice Chair of UN Panel of Auditors. A very great news coming that this recognition underscores India's commitment to the highest standard of external audit and its active participation in shaping the global audit landscape. Murmu participated in the 63rd session of the Panel of External Auditor held at UN headquarters in New York, and the panel of external headquarters comprising head of 12 Supreme Court audit institutions globally oversees the external audit of the UN Secretariat, Fund and programs. Now, so it's a very great news that he has been elected as the Vice Chair of UN Panel of Auditors. Great. IIT-Ropar researchers discover rare metal in Sutlej. So IIT-Ropar has founded the presence of tantalum, a very rare metal in the Sutlej River sand in Punjab. Now, when was the tantalum first discovered? So tantalum was discovered by Anders Gustav Eckenberg, who is a Swedish chemist. And in 1802, in minerals obtained from Göteborg, Sweden, initially it was thought Eckenberg had found only a different form of niobium, an element that is chemically similar to tantalum. Now, what is the use of tantalum? Tantalum is most prominently used in electronic sector. The capacitors made from tantalum are capable of storing more electricity in smaller sizes without much leakage than any other type of capacitor. So IIT-Ropar researchers discover rare metal in Sutlej, which is named as tantalum. Okay, guys? Chale. Kerala Tourism signs historic agreement with UNESCO. So Kerala Tourism has signed a very historic agreement with UNESCO and in promoting and protecting the ancient spice route heritage. So this is a MOU which is being signed in cooperation in cultural heritage protection and promotion, which was signed by Kerala Tourism Sector. Several historical areas of Kerala linked with ancient spice route, including urban areas, will be developed under the agreement to promote the objective of heritage building. Kerala Tourism is working with UNESCO to organize a culinary festival in which chefs from all over 31 countries linked to the spice route would reinvent the different culinary traditions of their country. So it's a very historic agreement which is signed for protecting the ancient spice route heritage. Chale. India's first female Supreme Court Judge Justice Fathima Beevi passes away, and she has been passed away at the age of 96. Justice Beevi served as a role model and icon for women across the country, and she even left her mark on the political arena, being appointed as the governor of Tamil Nadu after her superannuation as Supreme Court judge. Now, she was also the first Muslim woman judge to be appointed to any higher judiciary and holds the distinction of being the first woman judge as a Supreme Court of Nation in Asia. Upon her retirement, she first served as a member of National Human Rights Commission before being appointed as the governor of Tamil Nadu. Okay, so she passed away, but a very prominent judge, and she was the first female Supreme Court judge as well as first Muslim woman judge. Okay. Tamil Nadu government issues order to form anti-terror squad. So 3 decades after the country first terrorism squad was formed in Maharashtra, the state of Tamil Nadu is set to form an ATS following a sanction by state government. So earlier, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin had announced the formation of anti-terror squad in the State Assembly in April 2023. The squad is likely to have its unit in Madurai, Coimbatore and Chennai. The squad will get intelligence gathering and analysis tool, digital forensic equipment and other operational equipment worth 18 crore. So, The Tamil Nadu government has issued the order to form an anti-terror squad, which was first formed in the state of Maharashtra. Okay, guys? Chaliye. Indian Army contingent departs for Australia for joint military exercise, and the name of the exercise is Austra Hind 23. So Austra Hind, it will promote the interoperability while undertaking operations in urban and semi-urban terrain. Both nations, through Austra Hind, will focus on promoting understanding between the two militaries and further strengthen the defense cooperation between the two friendly nations. और इस particular exercise का नाम क्या है? Austra Hind. याद रखिएगा. चले. Pankaj Advani wins 26th World Billiards Championship title. So Pankaj Advani has won this particular title, beating compatriot Saurav Kothari in the final. Playing back-to-back matches, Kothari took the initial lead and was going strong, but faltered on a couple of easy chances to allow Advani recover from the deficit. Okay? So this particular World Billiards Championship title has won by Pankaj Advani. The only player globally to win title in all formats of both billiards and snooker has maintained his superlative level of performance to keep India on the top of the world in the 3-ball game. International news की तरफ चलते हैं. International Emmy Awards 2023 full list of winners. The 51st International Emmy Awards were held in New York. And in the historic moment, both Veer Das Landing and Dairy Grills Season 3 secured the Best Comedy Series Award. Veer Das stand-up special showcased his comedic brilliance, earning him well-deserved accolades. Esteemed film and television producer Ekta Kapoor was recognized with the coveted Directorate Award, a testament to her significant contributions to the entertainment industry. And Emmy Awards 2023 winners in key categories are mentioned in this particular table. Okay, so देखिएगा. Okay, so the next international news coming is Max Verstappen won the Las Vegas Grand Prix 2023. So he has won this particular tournament, which is Las Vegas Grand Prix 2023, and he fought back from the 5-second penalty with a damaged car to win this title. Verstappen moved into the lead with 16 laps to go, but Leclerc passed Perez back on the final lap to secure the second. So this particular tournament has been won by Max Verstappen. Chale? The next international news, Pakistan officially applies for BRICS membership. So BRICS consists of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and Pakistan has formally submitted its application for the membership, a move coinciding with the bloc's ambitious expansion plan in 2024 under Moscow's rotating presidency. Now, addressing concern about the terrorist threat originating from Afghanistan, Baloch urged immediate action by the Afghan authorities against terrorist entities to safeguard Pakistan. Additionally, she reiterated Pakistan's support for an international peace conference on the Palestinian issue, emphasizing the implementation of relevant UN resolution for a two-state solution. Okay? Now, Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and UAE have been extended invitations to join BRICS, with their membership set to take effect from January 1st, 2024, during the summit in Russia under Moscow's rotating presidency. Okay? So Pakistan has officially applied for BRICS membership. पढ़ते हैं. World champion hurdler Colin Jackson named international event ambassador for Tata Steel. ProCam International promoters of Tata Steel Kolkata 25K announced former 110-meter hurdle world record holder Colin Jackson as the international event ambassador for the upcoming edition. So he has been appointed as the international event ambassador for Tata Steel Kolkata 25K 2023. अब चलते हैं लीगल अपडेट की तरफ जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट से आ रही है. गवर्नर कांट वेटो लेजिस्लेचर बाय सिंपली withholding assent to bill, must return bill to assembly on withholding assent. So the Supreme Court has held that if the governor decides to withhold assent to a bill, then he has to return the bill to the legislature for reconsideration. The clarification by the court is important because Article 200 of the Constitution does not expressly state what should be the next course of action after a governor withhold assent for a bill. So the Supreme Court has upheld its judgment in the case filed by State of Punjab against the Punjab governor, and in this judgment, the court has provided the answer to the issue that if the governor decides to withhold assent under the substantive part, the logical course of action is to pursue the course indicated in the first proviso of remitting the bill to the state legislature for reconsideration. So it's a very important judgment, and the name of the case is State of Punjab versus Principal Secretary to the Governor of Punjab and another. ठीक है? नेक्स्ट की बात करते हैं. टाइटल ऑफ इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी कांट बी ट्रांसफर्ड थ्रू अग्रीमेंट टू सेल और जनरल पावर ऑफ अटॉर्नी. And the case name is Shakil Ahmed versus Syed Akhlaq Hussain. The Supreme Court recently held that no title could be transferred with respect to immovable property on the basis of an agreement to sell or on the basis of general power of attorney. The justice named Justice Vikram Nath and Justice Rajiv Bindal has observed that no title could be transferred with respect to immovable property on the basis of unregistered agreement to sell or on the basis of unregistered general power of attorney. ठीक है? चलें. That's all for the today's news update. हम लोग रेगुलर बेसिस पे डीजीएस के लिए मैराथन्स कर रहे हैं एंड इवनिंग में 7 to 8:30 क्विज होता है फॉर डीजीएस. So whoever student is appearing for Delhi Judicial Services, do attempt a quiz and mock test series. And thank you for watching. Take care.